everybody. It is 6 o'clock p.m. and welcome to the Earl Grey Tuesday kickoff stream, the Smoking Chat. Remember, folks, 7 o'clock p.m., we do reaction videos on Kick. Now, folks, yeah, we'll play that later on. I don't want to get a strike neither, Ryan. That's a good thing about Kick, folks. That's why you guys want to subscribe to Kick. Because that way I could put up the content. And the stuff I had up there Friday, you know it was lit. Now, folks, some of you probably noticed I didn't stream on Saturday. Apparently, my uncle passed away, folks. So, he lived a long life, lived to be 86 and everything. So, because this is my uncle, not a distant relative, pretty close, you know, I lived with him for about a year or so, me and my brother. I will be attending the funeral. So, there will be no, the funeral's Friday, and the meetup is Thursday. So, there won't be no happy hour, obviously, because things are not going to be exactly happy. And there will not be a midnight run, but I will do some shorts live streams. You know, let you know where I am. Now, folks, that brings me, now, before I begin chatting and running my mouth, I accidentally opened up a Arturo Special cigar. That wasn't really what I wanted to smoke, but we're going to smoke it. I got a little bit of smoky vanilla coffee. Haven't had that in a while, decided to get that. And I got my water cup given to me by my good friend Pugman. Yeah, I'll be sure to thank Pugman. Oh! So, here's the thing, folks. And let's get a little bit of music back playing. I'm going to light the cigar. Get your questions in. But yes, my dear Uncle George. Now, I miss my Aunt Rocky Lee's. Rocky Lee was married to my Uncle George. I missed her funeral, so I wasn't going to miss this one. Non-negotiable, folks. Some things are more important than the live stream, but this gives me a good time to teach you guys a couple of things, okay? So let's get the cigar lit. So when it comes to planning a trip, folks, you have to always be mindful as far as to where you stay. Alright? Always be mindful. Now, in terms of hotels in Roanoke Rapids, that's where I'm going to be headed, Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. You always have to be, whenever you're going for a hotel, folks, the one thing that you never want to do is try to find the cheapest hotel there is. Okay? Don't do it, folks. Because sometimes the cheapest hotel is going to be the most expensive hotel. There's a lot of things you got to check as far as to where you're going to, okay? Now, first off, let's do some shopping on Expedia. Alright? I appreciate that, Red Panda. I mean, it was his time, you know. You guys have heard me before, you know. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And he lived he lived a very long life considering all the partying that he did and everything. Us Goodrums have, my family on my mother's side has a very strong constitution. Now, let's go shopping for hotels. Now, most people, folks, will automatically go to they try to get the problem is that most people, they try to pick between the middle end of a hotel in order to not end up with something like Brentwood Inn and Suites. Now, it's a nice looking hotel, but this place looks kind of nasty and old. I mean, the sheets are old and everything. So we want to stay away from that. But a lot of people make the mistake on special deals and stuff. Now, originally, I was thinking about staying here. The Sure Stay Hotel. You know, they got a continental breakfast. Breakfast is included. They got a fitness center, self-parking, all that nice stuff here. So I made a reservation. But the one thing I forgot to do, folks, is I forgot to check the ratings. And you don't want to check past ones. You want to check the most recent ones. And apparently the place has gotten a little old. So for me, I had to cancel that trip. In other words, wrong! Wrong! Now, my tip there is instead of this here, you got to spend a little bit more. Alright? Not much. Now, I was also going to stay at the Holiday Inn. Y'all know that song from NWA. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Say what? If that bitch starts fucking up, then you fuck her friend. But I didn't want to stay here neither. Even though they got an outdoor lodge. And that's perfectly fine. You see, I wanted extra amenities here. You see, the standard room doesn't really have much. And a Holiday Inn's always good. So finally, I decided to stay at the Hilton Garden Inn instead. And here's the reason, folks. Exactly, Ryan. It's not worth the saving money if you have roaches crawling all over your fucking head while you're sleeping, okay? We're not talking that much more money. We're talking about an extra $50. You're saving, what, $50, $60? That's $100. I'm staying for 2 days. Roanoke Rapids is not a very expensive place. We're not talking Miami Beach, Florida, or anything like that. Now, I don't get breakfast included here. Okay? The Great One does not get breakfast included. But it's the amenities, folks. First off, I can have room service. And the Great One wants room service in case I don't feel like going out. They have a restaurant. They have a lounge and bar to where I can have some mixed drinks. They have an indoor pool. And they have a fitness room. Now, folks, I don't care if a place serves breakfast. Hell, I can bring my own goddamn breakfast. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, Ryan, what good? I mean, that's the thing, folks. I can bring my own breakfast if I want to. Alright? Don't use breakfast as something special, alright? You got a microwave in your hotel room. You fix some Jimmy Dean sausage and bring your own coffee, goddammit. So that's why I want the amenities. Alright? Period. Non-negotiable. Not only that, folks, I got a workspace to where I can do all of my shorts live stream. So I will be streaming still, folks. And I got blackout drapes too. Alright? That means nobody ain't gonna be looking at me. Alright? Period. And the key thing is the word garden. When you see the word garden in the hotel, you probably know that that's where the rich white folks stay. You know, you don't want to stay around you don't want to stay around white trash and the niggers or anything. Yep. If I'm gonna have my trip, I'm gonna keep it free of those people. All right. I don't want trash staying around. I don't want hobos staying around my place. Also, folks, when you stay at a cheap place, guess who else stays there? Crackheads. You want to know why? They smoke crack. All right? Crack! But when it comes to this hotel, there is a guarantee that I won't have to put up with this. All right? And if a crackhead crawls up there, they got security too, folks. Yes, indeed, they got security. Therefore, I could go and take care of my business, alright? I want y'all to look at this shit right here, man.
Adam22 confronts Larry Wheels for stealing his spot as the #1 ranked cuck.
Matt with a $3 donation. I definitely appreciate that. Let's go ahead and check out what we got here. Looks like KCB's having a little bit of trouble. Like I said, folks, this is why I started streaming on Kick as well, because of stuff like this. Because of stuff.
I'm doing all right. Hey, I just wanted to tell you that you fucked me up because I think you unseated me as the top cut.
What's up?
I think you unseated me.
Well, isn't your girl a porn star? How does that make me a top cut?
No, I know, but like when I seen those texts that got posted with you, I was like, fuck. I feel like I own 2024 in the Cuck Olympics, and I feel like you're holding it down for 2026. I just want to let you know that I'm trying to get my get back. I'm going to do something that's going to make 2026 mine.
Well, I do know that you still hold that title, 100%.
I do feel like your behavior has been less well publicized.
Is that so? Okay. Well, you do know it's 2026. Anybody can fake a text message in the conversation.
You're saying John Bravo is faking that shit?
Yeah, I'm saying absolutely he's faking that shit, 100%.
Well, I hadn't even explored that possibility.
Well, apparently many people haven't. They just take they listen to whatever they see online and believe everything is true. That's not the case.
I thought you kind of confirmed it by saying that the test was making you so horny that you started to be into that shit.
No, I never said that. I never said that.
So that was like a separate conversation?
It did make me horny, but I ain't the cuckold.
Hey,
how we doing?
Nice to meet you, bro. I'm Adam 22.
Matt, you wrong for that, man. More than that there. More than that. That's not just competitive nature. That's just some stuff here. But in any event, folks, let me show you the gallery. Now, obviously this is AI, alright? Or it looks that way. That's okay. That's the hotel. Very nice. Obviously Hilton Garden. And remember, folks, when you hear the word garden, that means rich white folks. And this is Roanoke Rapids, so rooms are pretty cheap there. You want to know why? Because Roanoke Rapids is pretty run down, so hard to get money in there. Look at that. This here is the lounge. Distill with distinction. This is the lounge and bar. It probably looks a lot better in the dark, but it's on the property. Where's the lobby picture, goddamn? I guess there's no lobby picture. There's a spa. The swimming pool's right there. There's the reception desk. They got some wines there where I could pick out. And that we will. I did not get this room, but there is an LCD TV. I don't know why they're advertising this. Might want to catch up to 2026. I know, Bravo is just always coming up with facts here. Larry Wheels is just, yeah, he's a cuck at this point in time. This here is the fitness room. They got weights here. Looks like some of the pictures are broken, but that's okay. Free toiletries, hair dryer. That is part of the king room, actually. So that's not my room. That's the lobby. Now, folks, this is cook to order breakfast. Now, like I said before, the great one does not get breakfast included with it, but that's quite all right, folks. Never let a continental breakfast or a free breakfast make you decide as far as if this is the hotel you're going to go to. No. I don't mind paying $15 for a breakfast. Hold on a minute, folks. I'll be right back. My apologies. That was my vegan brother Richard calling. He was wanting to bum a ride off of me, you know. Folks, I love my big brother, you know. But the thing about it is, you got to make your own arrangements sometimes, you know. If he had told me earlier that he wanted to come, I would have gotten a cheaper hotel. Because Lord knows nobody ain't staying in my hotel, goddammit. Anyway, $15 per person. All right, that's perfectly fine. For cook to order breakfast, I can deal with that, folks. Cook to order means I can have a Belgian waffle. I can have my eggs done my way. You know, have some personal service here. You know what I mean? Look at that indoor swimming pool. You know the great one's going to get some laps in. Well, no pictures of the presidential suite, but it's not like I'm staying there anyway. Look at all these broken pictures. Premium bedding. All right, folks, this is my room, okay? This here's the great one's room. This is where I'm going to be staying, all right? I get a desk and an ironing board. That's good enough for me, and I get this rinky-dink-ass chair. I have a vegan brother by the name of Richard, too. But I actually have a vegan brother by the name of Richard. All right, what's going on here? Yeah, that was just acting up, but that's all right. So, folks, like I said before, always pick the location first. Do not worry about breakfast, all right? A lot of people choose breakfast here. You got to be very careful as far as breakfast is concerned. A lot of them will advertise continental breakfast. Do you know what a continental breakfast is? It could mean a number of things. It could be eggs, bacon, sausage, and stuff like that. But the vast majority of times, folks, it ain't nothing but donuts and coffee. Aight? Know what I mean? Let's kick the facts out here, folks. Let's call it for what it is here, okay? Let's call the thing for what it is. I am so getting sick and tired of all of these places ripping people off. You got Chili's that's offering this $10.99 special, little ghetto ass burger. I don't care about your damn tortilla chips and fries and everything like that, and bottomless drink, non-alcoholic drink. So what? So what? Yep, we have the same initials. And he is my third cousin, after all. But in any event, I'm going to technically count this as a business trip. I'm going to hand out some ads or something like that, or put something sticker to the wall. And then I'm going to live stream from there. And then I can write off the trip as a business expense. Thinking. You know what I mean? So, folks, get your questions in. If you wish to make a donation, you can. Smash the like button. Oh, by the way, Frank Tufano chopped up his goat, so now he is selling goat meat, and he will be shipping it out. So if you want some of Frank Tufano's goat, he's now selling the cuts. I mean, poor little goats. Let's see what we got here.
This is comical, dude. Literally every single company that exists is copying my protein bars. I filed my lawsuit last week, and now I gotta file a whole new separate one because I missed these guys. They just launched their protein bar too, copying my best bar formula of protein powder, beef tallow, and honey, and same flavors, chocolate and mixed berry. What a coincidence. It's like they're just rubbing it in my face saying, oh, we can all copy Frank Tufano and no one's going to do anything about it, and we're going to charge double the price of his bars and people are still going to buy it because we'll just spend all our daddy's money on the marketing. But it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's not a big deal because I can kind of just copy and paste the lawsuit, but I don't know. You know, I might just be better off amending you know what? I'll amend the current lawsuit. I'll add him as a defendant, and I'll just serve him. That makes the most sense. This is comical, dude. Literally every single...
Oh, by the way, folks, because I booked using my Amex Platinum, I get 5 times the Amex points for the cost of it too. So, yeah, I'm gonna get money back, folks. All right. That adds up to about maybe 30 or 40 bucks. Again, savings. All right? But I'm going to play a little bit of Frank Tufano's little goat.
What's up, guys? We're down here at Frankie's Strange Meat. Haven't really been doing any YouTube videos lately because I guess the biggest thing is goat is now available. We have all cuts of goat, and we added a few more cuts of lamb. So I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I wasn't sure how the sales were really going to be, so I kind of procrastinated it for way too long. We brought in some...
Nah, I haven't got around to it yet. I've been kind of busy trying to save the business there, Matthew. I have about, at this point in time, about $1,400 left of business credit. Although it'll go to $3,000 once I put my expenses in, but yeah. I've not gotten around to it, but I will.
Some whole goat and lamb, and we just break down the whole animal. So, you know, from the front to back, you have like goat necks that, you know, we never had any animal neck. So we have both lamb and goat neck chops, which are kind of similar to oxtail. They're just a bit leaner in the sense that you have to kind of braise them or slow cook them. We have lamb shoulder chop steaks, which are like a really affordable steak that have a nice little marrow bone in them. We have a lot more shanks from all the leg bones. The lamb chuck and that type of stuff, it's kind of small, so there's not too many individual cuts on the animal. We do have a breast. I think we do have a belly. We do have a rib section. There's the typical chops, so you have both the strip loin chop, which is like a tiny lamb or goat porterhouse, and then you have the rib chops, which are like regular lamb chops, or now we have goat chops. And then going to the back side of the animal, I think we have a few legs, but I think most of what we did was leg steaks and the shank.
Leg steaks, shank. Man, he ain't really playing around with that. Poor little goats. But in any event, folks, get your questions in. Would you really want to buy salmon from Frank Tufano? Remember, he has to ship that stuff out. So you got to think about spoilage. Yeah, look at this red roof. Continental. And I'm going to show you guys an example of what not to look for. Now, folks, this here, y'all are familiar with the Red Roof Inn, right? See, this also has a continental breakfast. But guess what, folks? There ain't no gym. There is no indoor swimming pool or anything. Plus, these rooms are old. And I'm going to show you how you can tell, okay? So listen up to the great one. You see, folks, you can always tell how old a room is by one important thing. Okay? One important thing. You gotta look and see how thick the TV set is. This is a thick LCD TV. That TV is about 15, 20 years old, which is probably the age of the room. Okay? And look at this hallway. Like I said before, you look at the tops, dirty. This is nice and neat for coffee service. Now here's the big thing, folks. This is a washing machine. Be very careful of any place that has washing machines. That's a clear indication that crackheads stay there, okay? They stay there on a weekly basis. So when you have washing machines, you have a more likely chance of crackheads being in your same hotel room. Roads are broken. Look how much dirt is under there. I mean, there's spots on... Look, there's spots even on the shower. They can't even cover that up. Yeah. Look at the thickness of this TV. I'm going to highlight this. This is how you could... Y'all gonna learn something from me, goddammit, today. But I've seen enough, folks. You see, that room is about $77 a day. And most people will pick that. Most people will pick the Red Roof Inn. And then they find out what happens. Alright? But in any event, get your questions in. Cigar ain't too half bad. I needed to age this out a little bit more, which is why I didn't want to smoke it, but I had already cut it, so it's too late. It was too late for the cigar. But you know, $77 a night ain't too bad, really. live with that. Oh boy. Let's see what other safe stuff I can play on YouTube. Last time I smoked a Black and Mild, sometime in the 90s, maybe 98, 99. No, I take that back. I smoked one in 07, but it's been 20 plus years. Well, no. Yeah, it's been almost 20 years since I smoked a Black and Mild, and why should I, You know, I got smarter about cigarettes cigars and stuff a long time ago, as well as cigarettes. You know, as you get older, you get wiser, and you know what to smoke and not to smoke, and where to stay at. That's why I'm trying to give you guys some advice on hotels and accommodations, so that way you can properly take care of your business. Not only that, folks, let's say I wanted to take home some trim. Not that I would want to anyway. Roanoke Rapids, it's filled with, jungle people would be the best way. Either that or poor white dirt farmers. Nothing really to pick up out there, to be honest with you. I mean, I may get there may be a traveler that comes in, the same as me, but honestly, folks, I'm not going to be doing anything out there. Nothing.
Here's a clip for the kick stream. Probably not appropriate for YouTube.
Matt with a $3 donation, and yes, we'll definitely play that on the kick stream. After all, that's why we got Kick for, folks. So that way, we can get things played the way they're going to play. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do this right now, folks. That's the Kick stream channel right there. So remember, folks, 7 o'clock p.m. we will be streaming on Kick. Although we are already streaming on Kick, as you could tell. So the Kick stream is already live. Alright, it's already live. And a lot of people have asked simply why, folks. Let me show you something here. See, this is a copyright strike, folks. That's what I got right there. For the Saturday Soul live stream, I didn't really play much of anything, but that's the copyright strike. There were 2 up there, actually, but I had 1 removed. So my channel, for a very short period of time, folks, was taken down. That happened a couple of weeks ago. There are some things I don't tell you guys about, and stuff. But that's exactly what happened. They took me down temporarily. At that point in time, I knew that we had to make a change. you know, I definitely want to. My job is to keep the mints going. All right, one way or another, and I can't really keep the mints going on YouTube. I just can't. You can't put anything up here. If you even say one word, I mean, you talk about black folks, but you talk about the Jews, they'll ban your channel. Tyler Oliveira, I'm gonna play his video on the stream tonight on Kick. Like I said, you won't believe the stuff that's going on that I did not know about. I was blind, but my eyes can now see the lies of the Democrats, the real lies. And while I got a lot of Jewish friends, I love my Jewish brothers and sisters, I now know I have a better idea as far as to why Kanye West made that song Heil Hitler. I'll just be honest with you. Now, naturally, since I'm going to be driving, in order to limit the chance of being pulled over, I shall wear a nice crisp shirt, collared shirt, with my aviator glasses. When driving down the road, you gotta look cool, all right? And I will be staying the speed limit. I'm not gonna be in a rush, folks. It's gonna take me 5 hours to drive down there anyway. And my hotel check-in isn't until 3 o'clock, although because I'm an Amex Platinum member, I can actually technically check in at 11 o'clock. What do you think? What do you think about that, Dale? What do you think? Oh, look at this. They got a video up on this. Let's go ahead and watch that. I didn't know they had a video. Ain't that something? Damn, there's a lot of videos at this place. Damn.
Hello guys. Welcome to Wow Hotel Reviews. Today I am reviewing Hilton Garden Inn Roanoke Rapids. It's a 3-star hotel. Please use our booking.com link in description to book the hotel and get special pricing. Some of the most popular facilities are 1 swimming pool, pet friendly, non-smoking rooms, free Wi-Fi, tea, coffee maker in all rooms and a bar. This hotel is right off Interstate 95 and just under 7 miles from downtown Roanoke Rapids. It has an on-site restaurant, a lounge and a 24-hour convenience store. Rooms at the Hilton Garden Inn Roanoke Rapids are furnished with a work desk, microwave and refrigerator. They also include a flat-screen TV and free Wi-Fi. This pet-friendly Roanoke Rapids hotel has a fitness center.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
An indoor pool with a hot tub. A 24-hour business center with complimentary printing is available. The on-site restaurant, the Great American Grill, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Guests can also stop into the pavilion, the on-site lounge, for a drink. The Pavilion Pantry Market is open 24 hours and offers a selection of snacks and microwavable food. Medoc Mountain State Park is 22 miles from the Roanoke Rapids Hilton Garden Inn. The Roanoke Canal Museum and Trail is 20 minutes away. Use our link in description to get special discount on this hotel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
Wow. That was bullshit right there. Let's see what this white person has to say.
Sports fans, this is Joey DiMartino, aka Joey D, aka America's Greatest Sports Fan, aka Godfather of Sports. On Tuesday, May 9th, 2023, I stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, while on a work trip. The hotel is located at
That's right. Thank you. Come again.
11 Carolina Crossroads Parkway, Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, 27801. And it's at the intersection of Carolina Crossroads Parkway and Route 125. The location is about a quarter mile off of Interstate 95, and there were no nearby restaurants. Parking lot appeared well lit and safe. Check-in was quick. The front desk was polite, friendly, and I was greeted as a Diamond member. The room was okay. Business center was good. So I would definitely recommend this hotel when you're in the Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina area. Thank you, sports fans. Have a blessed day. And please keep our first responders and military.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, the rest of these are from like 8 freaking years ago. Wow. In any event, thank you, come again. Now, folks, watch this here. Let's see if we can find the video on the hotel Red Roof Inn. Good thing about I keep forgetting about these internets. Internet can be quite minty, folks. Very minty. Let's check this out. This is where I had original reservations. Well, never mind. But folks, get your questions in. In 10 minutes, we shall head over to Kick, and we will kick off the show. Yes, indeed. Finish my cigar, too. Oh, yeah. Man, I'm just salivating. 8 minutes? Man. Get ready to jerk off, folks, in 8 minutes. Get ready to jerk. I'm telling you, folks, get ready to jerk off, man. Just whip it out. Get the Vaseline ready. Get the toilet tissue ready. Gonna jerk off to it, baby. Yep. Can we check Clavicular Stream to see what he's up to? We'll do that on the Kick channel there, Matt, because some of his stuff is not permissible there. Like I said, I'm trying to hold, I'm not going to try to do, I'm still going to do some reaction videos on the pre-shows, Matt. But like I said before, lately, and they gave me a community strike for a video that was not even on YouTube to begin with. That's how bad things are getting. Can't do anything these days. So technically for me, this is a vacation because I got Monday off too, folks. So I'm gonna have about 5 days of some peace and quiet, where nobody ain't gonna be bothering the great one. Nah, I mean, nobody ain't gonna be bothering me. Nobody. Yeah, well, yeah, Bravo told me he was going to drop a video, Matt. Well, we already played the Tefano video. So, folks, get ready to head on over. Party's gonna begin. This is Kick, folks. We gonna have a good time. Well, I mean, business-wise there, Andrew, nobody's doing good, including myself. Like I said, I lost over $20,000 last year from tariffs. Everyone's getting effed up. Everybody. There's nothing you can do about it, really. There really isn't. I gotta find my swimming trunks here. But yeah, folks, it's gonna be nice sitting in that hot tub, just chilling. I'm gonna try to get down there early, even though my check-in time, I can check in early. I'm gonna hit the swimming pool a little bit. I'm gonna hit the weight room. And I'm bringing some steroids with me. I'm gonna spike up. We're gonna lift. Gonna go visit family a little bit, get things arranged for tomorrow. The funeral. I'm only going to the viewing, folks. I'm not going to the burial. Alright? I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go pay my respects to my Uncle George. But I just don't want to watch someone being put in the ground. Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is. All right, folks. Start coming over now, folks. Click that link because we're about to get started, folks. Stream's going to go off for about 5 minutes, all right? While I get things set up. Because I got to cut off this channel, make sure it doesn't repopulate. All right? Just got to keep a watch on it. But folks, that is the end of the YouTube session, but not the end of the show, folks. Because now we're going over to Kick, so I will see you over there. We'll talk soon.